so much, Lily. This weekend in the 8th annual Imagine Walk and Family Day for Autism on this Sunday. It's actually a very easy way to help hundreds of kids right here in our own state. And joining me on the set this morning to tell us all about the walk on Sunday is Joanne Quinn, who is the Executive Director of the Rhode Island Autism Project, and also Marianne Landry, who actually has a grandchild with autism. And we want to first of all thank you both for coming in this morning.
Thank you.
Let's first talk about the walk itself.
Okay.
I have actually been involved with this walk. I have a nephew with autism and several friends who have children with autism. It has just grown by leaps and bounds over the years. It's a very well-organized walk.
It is. We're in our 8th year this year. The first year we had, I think, about 250 people show up, and on Sunday we're expecting close to 5,000.
It is really one of the bigger walks, because obviously this is the season of walks where every weekend we sort of have a different one.
We like to be one of the first weekends and kick it off, and it's been a successful event for us, and it really helps us support the thousands of children in our state with autism and their families.
Absolutely. Now, Marianne, we brought you in because you do have a grandchild with autism. Tell us a little bit of what it's like as a grandparent to have a grandchild with autism in the family, and how you sort of cope with that.
Well, I think it's always a shock when you hear that. I'm a retired teacher, and during my teaching career, frequently I told parents they needed to have the child evaluated.
Right.
But when it came to my grandson, I was in denial at first. So it is quite an adjustment when the question of autism comes up.
Absolutely.
Fortunately, there are wonderful resources out there, like the Autism Project that Joanne is the executive director of.
One of the fascinating things that I talked to you about, Joanne, is how the generations today were really, basically everybody knows somebody who has autism or may have an extended relative who has a child with autism. But grandparents are really kind of the first generation. Now they're seeing this. They didn't used to see so many kids with autism and really, weren't brought up with having it just so close in the family. What's that been like for you as a grandparent, sort of going through the ropes?
Well, I'm constantly meeting more grandparents who have a grandchild diagnosed with autism.
Yeah.
It's just amazing the way the numbers have grown. And fortunately, as it becomes so prevalent, the resources will be necessary for parents, grandparents, siblings. It's crucially important.
It's really important to get the whole family involved as well. And Joanne, I know one of the big things that you do with your walk every year is you have a big push for educators to create teams and get involved, because they can earn some free training for their schools. Tell me a little bit about that.
We do a community contest where we want schools as well as community organizations to come out, and it brings in the parents, the grandparents, the teachers. Everybody works to raise the funds for the walk, and then we go in and do 18 hours of free training for their professionals.
And I'm actually looking at some footage from last year's walk. That's TJ, one of my relatives. He's going to be 9 years old, great kid. And he and TJ's team will be just one of the many teams who will be there on Sunday.
We have over 200 teams coming out, and rain or shine, it's going to be a great event. We've got all the fun around it also, and it's our way to say thank you to the community for all their support. All
right, well, thank you so much for joining us. The walk kicks off 10 a.m. on Sunday.
Registration at 9.
At Goddard Park, and for more information about the walk, you can just head to foxprovidence.com. And now it's time to get a check on the weather. And